here in the studios for week 13 of the Seattle Seahawks season. Seattle Seahawks are 11-0 here in this franchise. But in the real world, Seattle Seahawks did make the playoffs due to Seattle beating the Rams and the Lions beating the Packers. And yeah, there's people saying, oh, they shouldn't have been there. The Lions should be there. Yes, the Lions should have been there. But you also got to remember, the Seahawks beat the Lions earlier that year. They beat the Lions earlier that year, so Seahawks made the playoffs. But we're here with another Seattle game on Football Wednesday. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. Let's look at the playoff picture here. The Buffalo Bills has the #1 seed in the AFC. And then you got the Chiefs and the Steelers. Well, the playoffs started right now. The Seahawks are #1. They're the have the #1 seed as of right now. So does the Bills. And then in the playoff Super wild card weekend, it would be the Chiefs versus Steelers, Colts versus Jets, and then the Bengals versus the Chargers. And that's the AFC. Now the NFC side. The NFC side will be the Eagles versus Cardinals, then the Packers versus the San Francisco 49ers, and then the Saints versus Dallas Cowboys. That is the playoff picture for Week 13, and it's probably more likely going to change after Week 13. So, yeah. And for the top threat, we got the top threat of Aaron Donald, 51 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and he's got sacks on the year. The Seahawks' offensive rank. Offense is the second worst team in the NFL, which I don't get, but I see that it must be because of the turnovers and the third downs. But the defense is the #4 defense in the league, while the Rams is right behind it with the 5th defense in the league. The only reason why the Seahawks defense is #4 is because the turnovers, the takeaways, the turnovers that they force. Alrighty, we looked at that. And yeah, let's go ahead and just play this game. The Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams will be right here, right now. Here we go. Today, SoFi Stadium here for Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams here.
It's week 13 of the NFL.
Can the Seattle Seahawks stay undefeated this year against the Los Angeles Rams? There's Christian McCaffrey there on the offense. Here we go. Looks like the Seattle Seahawks. The Rams will kick it off to the Seattle Seahawks. So that will mean the Rams will get the ball after halftime, and the kick is off. Here we go. Goodwin gets it in the end zone, but he brings it out. And he gets it to the 30, 31. What a good return for that, for him. Good return for.
As Seattle's offense comes
Here
onto the
comes
field,
Geno Smith here for the Seattle Seahawks. That already has 1,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions here in the year.
2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia.
And we're going to do halftime. Trevor Lawrence will join in.
Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years.
Here we go.
But at one point, a capable starter in the
Geno
NFL.
snaps. Passes to Noah Fant. He gets close, but not quite. Second and inches.
Yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Second and inches. Here we go. Geno snaps. Hands it off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey gets the first down.
And he'll get up to the
He gets 2 yards, but he does get the first, so the drive stays alive here. Geno snaps. Hands it off to McCaffrey again, and a big hit by Bobby Wagner to McCaffrey, but McCaffrey holds on to it.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
Geno Smith.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster.
Looking to
and the
pass.
guys who are serious about being ready
And
when their number
batted
is
down.
called.
Aaron Donald with the bat down.
And they don't skip a beat. I think this team
Aaron
has
Donald
a bunch of
batted
those
down
guys,
the football.
and some of them will be called out again this week.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a
Geno
3rd and 6.
snaps. Passes to Noah Fant again, and he gets the first down.
And he is going to have a Seahawks
Geno
first
Smith
down
is
as they're able to
utilizing
get
that
the third
tight
down
end spot.
conversion.
Noah Fant there
So from
with the
Rams
catch,
territory
and
now,
that's what you're supposed to do. Geno snaps and he passes to Metcalf. What a spin move by Metcalf, and he gets
made at the 38.
7 yards on the
This
play.
is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed,
Geno
they want to get
snaps,
him the ball in
hands
space
it off
on
to
drives
McCaffrey.
just
McCaffrey
like
gets the
They want him
first.
to get the ball
McCaffrey
and run after the
does
catch.
get the
Good
first
job
down.
there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From
Here
the
we go.
32 now, here's
McCaffrey
1st and 10.
in the backfield. Geno under centers. Good movement. Snaps. Hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey cuts in and he gets about 2 yards.
It'll be second down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire
pass
season.
to Metcalf, but it's knocked down.
I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to
It's
actually
almost
up to closer to 50%.
This is a big play here. Geno snaps. Passes
Passes
to Tyler Lockett, but it's batted down by Bobby Wagner. So here comes the field goal unit. Well, 47-yard field goal here. It's up, and it is good.
And the
And
Seahawks
Seattle Seahawks are up 3-0. They are up 3-0 here.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he
Here in
connects
this
on the
game.
field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon,
And the
partner,
kickoff
because he
is
hasn't missed
up.
all year long. Converts on that one as well.
There
And
we go.
kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Rams will get the
Nice
ball
return,
at the
sets him up pretty
at
good here,
30.
right at the 30-yard
What a
line.
good, it's a good return. There we go.
Stafford and the Rams
Matthew
come
Stafford
up 1st and 10.
with Akers
right
in
at
the backfield. Stafford snaps.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
Play action.
He'll get this
It's
into the hands
there.
of Van Jefferson. And, now look
And
at
it's a
this.
fumble,
Big
and
gain
Seattle
by
gets
Buffalo.
it back.
And the Seahawks have picked it
Seattle,
up.
the
Dancing away
Seattle
at the
Seahawks
35.
gets it
And they
back.
take possession of the football.
Jefferson got the ball, but he got hit by Ryan Neal and lost it there on the at the sideline, but Seahawks got it back right there and there.
It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get
snaps.
overexcited during the game.
And he's
You may all of a sudden
passing
make your catch,
to
see
Noah
some
Fant,
open
but
field, and
incomplete.
decide you're going for it.
But what a
and not
play.
realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right
There
there.
you go. Geno snap.
On the toss,
Hands
they
it
run
off to
wide side with
McCaffrey. And that is, he don't go nowhere for that play.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to
Here we
go
go.
on 3rd down.
Geno snapping. He's looking for Tyler Lockett. And he gets Lockett, and he's in for the touchdown. The Seattle Seahawks, a fumble. Geno Smith throws a dot to Tyler Lockett for the Seattle Seahawks to be up 10. to be up 10-0. What a catch by Tyler Lockett. Look at this.
This offense is just so explosive.
What a catch by Lockett for the touchdown.
How good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate.
Now it is now a two-score game, two-play game here, two-score game here.
Series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
A two-score game here in Seattle, in Los Angeles.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now
kickoff
as they
is
kick
back
it away.
Up. And that will be in the end zone, and he will go and kneel it.
And they'll start
so they would get it at the 25, sorry, not 35, 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field. Their
second drive
come
out here after a fumble.
To get something started. They need to down
by
10-0 early
Jefferson.
as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stafford snaps.
Now it's Stafford.
And he gets
Ben Skoranek.
Ben Skoranek, and he gets tackled at the 40.
Inside the 40 before being
Inside the 40.
6 yards on the play. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that
Stafford was going to get sacked, but he just missed it. I don't know what was he doing.
For the Seahawks, they played really
but he just missed the sack, but he threw it away. Al Woods was there, was going to get the sack, but he didn't get it.
How opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game?
And the run game goes, he gets only 1 yard.
They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to
start
the drive. Not much sense.
And it's intercepted. Chris Harrison Jr.
It's Chris Harris.
What a play. And Stafford was there trying to tackle, slow it down, but what an interception by Chris Harris Jr. Chris Harris Jr. with the interception, and the Seahawks comes back onto the field on the Rams 45. Gino snaps, passes to Lockett. Lockett gets the first and gets to the 30-yard
inside the 30.
Inside
after
the
30.
30.
They come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get
snaps,
out there, stop
hands
the
it off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey has not been able to go anywhere. He only got 15 yards on the day.
And he did. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Again, they run again. Hands it off to McCaffrey, and he only goes nowhere.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for.
And it's the end of the first quarter.
10-0
10-0 here at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Passing to Marquise Goodwin, and is it for the touchdown? Marquise Goodwin. Geno Smith to Marquise Goodwin in for the touchdown, and they're going to look at this. They're going to look at the review. Here we go. Let's look at it.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
1, 2. That's the end. He got the ball 2 feet in. That should be a touchdown. Let's hear the officials. And it is a touchdown. It is a touchdown.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And here we go, and the kick is up, and it is good. Seahawks are up big in the first half, 17-0. They're up big, 17-0.
The Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Yeah, they're up 17-0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in primetime tonight. national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time.
Cam Akers is in the Cam Akers, but there's a flag, and it looks like he will go into the touchdown, but there's a flag down.
Hold on here, we do have a flag down.
Let's see what it is.
This is about.
Holding on the offense, Van Jefferson. So that touchdown is no good.
Game sometimes, partner.
Comes back after a holding.
Stafford now to throw.
And Sue in there with the sack.
Defense. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there.
He gets a sack, the first sack of the game. What a play. Suh just breaks two blockers. Break away two blockers.
So much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on
and
their
gets
toes,
the sack.
and they're getting at them.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
Suh there again, shedding the blockers, making sure that run doesn't go anywhere. It's 3rd and 6.
But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Got an open man.
Van Jefferson, it looks like he'll go all the way. And it is a Rams touchdown. Van Jefferson.
71 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
Here we go. Extra point is up, and it was almost blocked, but it's good. Now it's 17-7. Seattle still in the lead.
It was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception.
That defense stopped the run, but it's seemingly looking like that the defense cannot stop the passing.
Just outside the goal line.
Marquise Goodwin.
He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
To the 22. He was trying to fight, but
coming to the line here to begin their next drive. The Seahawks offense.
Snaps. Handing it off to Christian McCaffrey, and he gets pushed, gets 2 yards, and he's only had 18 rushes. He's had 12 carries today, only 18 yards.
They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage,
6 yards,
held their spot.
4 yards on that. He's got 9 rushes. Wow, this running game is not able to get up and running.
Now a draw play to
McCaffrey gets it, and it's 4th down and 2.
Needed 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as
here we go. They're going for it.
Agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's got it. He handed it off to McCaffrey, and he's got the first down. He went for it. They went up for it on 4th down, but now he's got the first.
Backed up where they were on
what
this
a
side
play.
Of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the whole man win? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling
passes to Metcalf. He had Jalen Ramsey on him, but he got the catch. That's 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
He's snapping, but he's going to run for it. And he's sliding in. He gets the first down, but more. He gets the first down and more.
Staying ahead of schedule.
Geno Smith using his legs.
Is that one good for 15 and a first?
Geno snapping.
From the gun, here's Smith.
He's looking to pass. Metcalf, and it's overthrew. He overthrew Metcalf. He would have had that if he just would have just threw it straight to him. And he's passing to Metcalf. Metcalf with the catch and the first down.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line.
There's 2-minute warning before the half.
And this one is a first down. 2 minutes remaining
before
in
the
this first half of football.
17-7. Geno snapping. Looks like he's gonna run for it. He's gonna keep it himself, and he gets the first. They push him into the first down, so it's first down and 10.
For 11 and a first down.
There we go. Gino snaps. Hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's gonna go. Does he get it? No, he gets onto the 1 yard line.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously.
Second and goal.
You're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Smith snaps and he hands it off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's in for the Seattle touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And
that's his 11th touchdown here this year.
Lead. Very much, Charles.
They finally get the play.
The big guys up front love this
running game up and running. Christian McCaffrey's able to get a touchdown
and create space for their runners, and they did exactly that on that drive. And how about
there we go. It looks like Seattle answers back with a touchdown of their own.
And that's the kind of drive.
24-7 here in the first half.
They needed to add on to that slim lead they had. Takes it at the 7. Now a hit.
And it's a fumble on special teams. But the Rams gets it. And it's on the 41.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And
so
the way
they got great field
things,
position here.
You want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of
and that is a sack for Sue. He tripped up Stafford, and that's 2 sacks for Sue on the day. It's second and long. Look at that. He was going for the sack, but he tripped him up. That's second and 25.
Timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Second down and 25.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell.
And he gets only a few yards on that play.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
He gets,
it'll be a nickel
looks like 12 yards
on third down.
8 yards. He gets 8 yards on that play.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Hands it off to Akers, and they did not get it.
The 36-yard line. Just a 2-yard
it's 4th
and
15.
A call for the punt team here on
they will have nothing. They will not be able to do anything but punt it off
back
to
deep
Seattle.
For the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
Dixon up there, punts it away, and Lockett is there with the return.
Taken in at the 11.
And he gets it to the
very good
30.
Return that time.
And it's got 7 seconds left on the clock, and looks like they will do one more play. Gino snaps and he hands it off to McCaffrey. And that will be the end of the first half. Seattle Seahawks up 24-7 at halftime. And Jonathan Coachman will tell you what's going on around the league. And I will be right back after half.
Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. In that game, all tied up with the visiting LA Chargers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach, and I am back.
All right, Coach, thank you very
for the
much.
halftime, and Seattle will kick it off to the Rams. The Rams will get their ball back.
The Rams
will get the ball back here. The kickoff is up, and it will go into the end zone, and Powell will just kneel it down to where they go to. We'll start on the 25.
Sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And the 40, that's what we like to see. The Dolphins beating the hell out of the 49ers, 21-3. That's what we like to see.
A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive. At least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no
and he
3-score
passed it to
on that play sheet for any of those
Akers, but he gets 3 yards on that.
To get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one
and the
drive.
Packers still owning the Bears, 52-13. A 50 burger.
And then maybe that'll carry over.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Jet sweep, and that
take
gets
this up near the 35,
7
maybe the 34.
yards. That should have been a first down, but it was short.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's going to have the first down, and he finally is able to run.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by
Stafford throws to Jefferson, and he gets only 3 yards.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Washington beating.
Now Stafford.
Here we go. And it's intercepted by Tyreek Woolen.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Tariq Woolen, sorry. Tariq Woolen with his first interception of the year.
We're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives.
That is the 2nd interception of the day.
We still have almost a full half of
Geno snaps, and he hands it off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey staying on his feet.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
Davis was able to put him down. 54 yards and a touchdown here today.
Staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Now
a play fake.
Play action. Snaps. Hands it up. Passes it to Metcalf for the touchdown.
25 yards.
What a play, and the Seahawks are back up on the board.
Quickly to add on to their lead.
After the interception, and leads to a DK Metcalf touchdown.
And that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far.
And we will start. Let's go ahead after that. We're going to start. Actually, next game we'll start Trevor Lawrence.
Gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they will kneel it again, and it will go to the
sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And he gets the first down.
Chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand
the Seahawks looks like they've been holding down the passing right now and the running.
2 more possessions.
Okay.
They'll run on 1st down with
and
Akers.
the running game goes nowhere. Sue there again. Sue is having one hell of a game here today.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the
Sue
run game.
is there, just
right
there.
Looking at a
he is all over this offensive line of the Rams.
They'll go again here with Akers.
They got a double. They're double teaming now. There's 2 linemen double teaming Sue, so he does not get through.
Again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason.
But you remember, they double teamed him before, and he got through.
Exactly what they worked for all week to try
and it's intercepted again. Ryan Neal. 3rd interception here today. What a defense is playing out of their mind, and so is the offense.
Here several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles.
Yeah, from now on we're gonna start Trevor Lawrence. We're gonna start Trevor Lawrence, and we're gonna start Kenneth Walker. Cody Thompson, he's injured. Well, we're gonna have to keep the same receivers. Let's actually put Kenny Hart. Put Marquise Goodwin. Actually, yeah, we're gonna receivers, but we're gonna change the running backs. Well, actually, we're gonna keep the running backs. We're just gonna keep. Actually, no. Let's put the rookie running back in. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence.
Still in the third quarter, so this thing not done
yet. Here comes Trevor Lawrence now.
This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They
audible,
stayed with it,
handing it off to Kenneth Walker.
Back to their offense, and what you wonder about is the
and
team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the
Lawrence hands it off to Kenneth Walker, and he gets hit hard by Aaron Donald.
Well, you certainly have to give a little
Aaron Donald has not been a factor here in this game because of the offensive line holding it back, and that's a first down for Kenneth Walker.
Only three
runs back to back
to move the chains.
For first down.
So it's pretty simple.
Bobby Wagner there for the tackle.
Set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Snapping, and he's not Lockett. Lockett's in for the touchdown, but it was Lawrence that was snapped and caught. In for the Seattle touchdown.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have
what a ball placement for Lockett, only where Lockett could get it. And the field goal is up, and it is good. The Seattle Seahawks up 38-7.
Here in the third quarter.
Here in the third, almost under 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and
kickoff
send this
is
one
up.
away.
Kick is up. And they will kneel it down.
Another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The
So
Rams
at
offense now
25.
out to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Here comes Jamal Adams for the sack. Jamal Adams, the newly returned Jamal Adams from last week.
Yeah,
for
I
the
don't think there's
sack.
a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Sue was almost there, but he tripped up. He got tripped up. He tripped up on tripped himself, and Jamal Adams just came in for the sack.
As we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This is a divisional game as well, so.
Stafford. That would complete
and
to
he gets
Scarano.
it to Van Jefferson,
Yeah,
is
good for
third
a
down and long.
And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of him here.
Shelby
needing a
Harris
full
right
15
there
yards
the
to move
outside.
The chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he gets it to Van Jefferson. Is that Jefferson?
And he's going to have a Rams first down.
No,
as they're
that's
able to
not
get the
Jefferson.
3rd down conversion.
But they get the first down. And it's the end of the third quarter. 38-7. The Seahawks is winning in this ball game in Los Angeles.
On EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford.
Pass is caught by Jefferson, and he gets it's 2nd and 2.
Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The Rams has finally made 200 yards. Van Jefferson with 137 on the day. And he's Matthew Stafford sacked again by Jamal Adams. That is the
safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
That is what?
Well, for last week's performance, which
4th
was so
sack
good, he was
on the
named
day.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play,
he got the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and it looks like he might get it again. And it's intercepted again by Tariq Woolen, second time on the year. Wow, this rookie got 2 interceptions on the day.
Were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the
fourth quarter. What a play.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I
Lawrence
think this
snaps,
is part of the
hands
game
it off
within the
to
game.
Kenneth Walker, and it looks like they're just going to run down the clock here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Look at that. Almost the worst offense, getting 373 yards here on the day.
Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
26 yards already for Kenneth Walker.
Pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't
it? Here we
it?
go, running,
his ability to break
and
tackles, and his feet
only a
never
yard.
stop moving.
He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp.
Play action. Oh, no offense. Oh, he got hit by Jalen Ramsey, but he had it in his hands, but he was hit as he had it in his hands, and it was incomplete.
Down. They've converted 4
it looks
times
like they're
going to
run the play again.
This is 3rd and 9.
And Lawrence throws him his 4th down. Looks like the field goal unit will come out here.
Set for the Seahawks field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50.
Here we go. Field goal is up, and it is good.
Will extend their lead even further.
It is now 41-7. What a field goal.
Not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already
Here we go. 41-7 against the Rams. This has just been a demolition.
And maybe you've actually clicked
a devastation.
So you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the LA offense
destruction on the Rams.
Possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And the drive starts with a completion left side and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And this one
there we go, and
hands of Jefferson. And
hit by Chris Harris Jr.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Here's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And
he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I can't say his last name.
After the catch makes it
but it looks like their running passing game is starting to show itself now against the defense.
Throwing again is Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee is finally in here.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control
2-minute warning, and that is 2nd down for the Rams. 2 minutes left into this game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
There we go.
Back to throw. Stafford. And it's caught.
And that is caught, but it's stopped. 1st down and goal on the 1-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well.
That is a touchdown for the Rams. Doesn't help the win, though. Absolutely not.
Right now, still down big. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things.
And it still goes up, and it's good.
All of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Lock it. What a big return
down at the
to the 28.
line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now this offense comes back out on the field.
Here we go. Sunshine. Trevor Lawrence.
Roll right along, really.
Snap.
This has the
Hand it off to Walker.
As they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gino, not
Gino. With Walker
Lawrence snaps, handed it off to Walker, and he gets
up to about the 37.
It's 3rd and 1. He's short of the first down, though.
On 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Snap.
They'll try for the first.
Hands it off to Walker again, and Walker looks like it's close to midfield.
For the first. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Walker now at 1st and 10.
Walker.
And he's going to take this one across midfield.
He gets 51 yards. That is combined of 100 yards rushing here in this game. This will be the last game of the season, last play of the game. Sorry. And that is
2nd and 4.
Now we end the game. The Seattle Seahawks comes into SoFi Stadium and absolutely obliterates the Rams. 41-14.
Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance
Look at that
they're going to cherish.
134 rushing yards, 205 passing yards. The Rams
push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now.
Got 39 more yards.
I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Put your
For more, check us out
head back
at
down, you stupid.
EASports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
There we go. Let's look at the player stats, shall we? Oh, wow. Geno Smith. Well, let's look at the Rams first. Matthew Stafford, 19 for 22 for 7. So he threw 22 times, he got 17 for 22, 284 yards, which is 77% completion. 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Geno Smith, 9 for 14 for 183 yards and 3 touchdowns, with Trevor Lawrence 1 for 3 for 22 and 1 touchdown. And then rushing, this is where it got interesting. Christian McCaffrey, 15 carries for 54 yards and 1 touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 11 carries for 54 yards. Cam Akers, 6. The defense held the running game. Cam Akers ran 6 times, only got 16 yards. And then Geno Smith, too, ran it twice for 26 yards. And then receiving this, the Rams, Van Jefferson tore up the Seattle Seahawks' defense secondary. 9 receptions, 171 yards, and 1 touchdown. DK Metcalf, 4 catches, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown. Ben Scow, I can't say his name, 4 catches, 87 yards. Tyler Lockett, 3 catches, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Higbee with a touchdown, 15 yards. Noah Fant with 2 catches and 19 yards. Marquise Goodwin with a touchdown for 27 yards and a touchdown. Let's look at doesn't show how many sacks. Defense. Jamal Adams. He's got 2 sacks on the day. 2 sacks, and Sue with 2 sacks here today. Chris Harrison Jr. with an interception. Tyreek Woolen with 2 interceptions. Ryan Neal with the 4th interception. I think Chris Harrison Jr. with a fumble recovery. Jonathan Abram with the forced fumble, and Chris Harrison Jr. with the fumble recovery. This defense, let's look at the tackles. Jamal Adams 5 tackles, Sue with 4, Chris Harris Jr. 7, Aaron Donald with 6 tackles, Bobby Wagner, former Seahawk, 9 tackles. Kicking, Jason Myers with 2 for 2, and for extra points he went 5 for 5, while Mike Gay went 2 for 2, and that's it. That would do it for the Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. That would do it for this Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. We will advance week 14 of the regular season, and we're going to check out the playoff picture. We're going to check out the playoff picture. We didn't get 400 offensive yards, but it's okay. We got the Panthers next. Our top threat is Brian Burns, 39 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. And this will be at Lumen Field. Let's look at the playoff picture now. See if anything has changed. Okay, so it did change. Some things did change. The Cardinals are not in here. The Packers, so for the AFC, it changed. The Chiefs took the number one seed. Chiefs took number 1 seed. Buffalo Bills is number 2. They take on the Jets. If the playoffs started now, the Bills would take on the Jets. The Steelers would take on the Chargers. The Colts will take on the Raiders. Knocked out. And then the NFC side, things changed. The Cowboys would play the 49ers. The Packers would play Washington. And then the Panthers would play the Eagles. The Seahawks still holds that number 1 spot. Or probably will hold that number 1 spot. Let's look at the standings for the NFC to see if the Seattle Seahawks will hold on to the number 1 spot. See if they clinched it. And it looks like that. They did clinch it. They would clinch. Well, no, they didn't clinch it. They clinched the playoffs. They clinched the playoffs. 12 wins. That automatically gives them the playoffs. Think with the San Francisco game next, that will basically claim the Seattle Seahawks the divisional game winner. The Seahawks will clinch the division. Cowboys, and right behind the 49ers, the Packers, So basically, got the Seahawks, Cowboys, Packers, and then Panthers. You got the Giants behind is in the thing. Yeah, you got some teams wanting to get into the playoffs. It looks like the Bears has been knocked out of the playoffs, has been eliminated. It looks like the Vikings and Rams, all these teams right here are not knocked out. The Bears are the only team knocked out of the playoffs for the NFCs. AFC, got some teams there, and the Jaguars and the Texans and the Broncos has all been knocked out. The Broncos, Texans, Jaguars, and the Bears has been knocked out of the playoff race. They have been eliminated already. The Chiefs are a game ahead of the Bills. That would mean the Chiefs would possibly have to lose, and the Bills have to win for the Bills to get the number 1 spot again. The Steelers are behind the Bills, so if the Bills lose, the Steelers could take number 2 spot, and if the Chiefs lose, the Steelers might be able to get the number 1 spot. That's if the Steelers can win. And the Colts will be is a game behind, 2 games behind them. So yeah, you got some teams here wanting to get into the playoffs. They might well have to fight to get in. The Browns is the soul, and the Jaguars. It looks like ever since the Jaguars got in the NFL, the Seahawks are the number 1 team in the NFL because they are undefeated, 12-0. They are the number 1 team in the NFL. And yeah, have been no overtime. Beaten the 3 AFC teams, 9 NFC teams we have beaten. So yeah, after we beat the San Francisco, we will take the division. The Seahawks will take the division. Let's go ahead and upgrade the players. And Mafe and Dunn will be upgraded now. Let's go ahead and also look for a receiver, because we need a receiver to be ready for this game. Get Deshaun Jackson. Receiver. Tavon Austin. You know what? We're going to get Tavon Austin here for the Seahawks, for Geno Smith to pass it to, because Tavon Austin. Wait, what? Did we not? Looks okay. I see what we got to do. We got to cut a player. Let's go ahead and cut a player. Let's go ahead and cut a player. Go ahead and cut. Cody Thompson, we're going to go ahead and... We can't release him. We can't bring him. All right. We're going to fire Derek, release him. Tavon Austin. He has been re-signed. has been signed to the Seahawks. We got the Panthers next, but this is what we're going to end it here. If you enjoyed the game like I did, and if you got something to say about the signing and the firing, releasing, then sound off in the comments. But yeah, if you like this game, if you enjoyed this game like I did, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and then turn on those post notifications so you don't miss another game. And I will see y'all next week against the San Francisco 49ers. I will see y'all